So I'm Dr. Christie. I'm the University of Dundee's academic regional lead for Southeast Asia, but I'm also a senior lecturer based in our School of Life Sciences.
I'm Beau, Garry, and I'm one of the international officers at Imperial College London, and I primarily look after Asia and the Middle East, but I go and do what I'm needed when and where.
So as a life scientist, if I was interested in studying biomedical sciences, there's a huge amount of choice available to me. So this is just for the UK. If I'm searching for biomedical sciences undergraduate programs, there's nearly 600 different courses from over 100 different institutions. So it's a huge amount of choice. How do you narrow that down? Rankings are used by all institutions, but when you're trying to narrow down your choice, it's sometimes best to look beyond the institutional rankings and think about the course-specific or subject-specific rankings. And also at the same time to consider what are the strengths of the academic school that's offering the programme or programmes that you might be interested in.
Something that I would really encourage students to do is to use UCAS as a fantastic resource as kind of your starting point. And that's because there are so many good universities in the UK, and actually just starting to undertake that research can be a little bit daunting. So UCAS is a fantastic resource where you can start to kind of choose between your the different types of subjects that you'd like to study, and then actually giving you a link to their particular university webpage as well, so that you can do that further research.
The other thing that you've got to consider is where the institution is located. So where, in which country, but also which city in that particular country. And is that somewhere that you would be interested in living? You might be coming from a large city and you might be considering a university in a smaller city, or it might be the other way round.
Whether it is actually a campus or a city-based university. So you can still go to a university within a city, but it can still be a campus-based university. So I know Imperial College London, we're a campus-based university, and what that means is your library and all your lectures and all the facilities that you need are based in one place. So you're not getting a tube or a bus to go from one lecture theatre to another. UCL has a similar setup as well. But then you can go to larger cities such as Liverpool, and actually they're a city-based campus where you have to go from one side of the city for one lecture to the other. So something to consider, even though it might be a city or a smaller based university town, is it a campus or is it a city-based location?
In addition to location, you've also got to consider what sort of help and support is available to you as a student at university. And I've got some hints and tips on academic support, but you've also got to consider what other pastoral support is available to students. And also, again, coming back to affordability, what sort of scholarship portfolio does that particular institute offer, and what is applicable to you as an applicant? Another thing to consider is what are the typical class sizes for each year of study? So we're fortunate here at Dundee, we have a relatively small intake into our life sciences programs each year, less than 200 students. And that means that we get to know our students and they get to know us.
You also might want to look at the teaching and assessment. So actually, how are you assessed throughout your degree course and how are you taught? Do you like a more hands-on practical approach, or do you prefer more theory and assignment-based kind of teaching and learning? So different universities will offer different styles. So it's really important that you take a look at what that looks like.
Is the degree accredited by a professional body or organisation? Has it got that external recognition and that sort of seal of approval? And clearly employability is really important. How are you going to use your degree to further your future career? What sort of help and support in terms of employability, and is this embedded in the curriculum?
And something that's really important as well, just to touch upon, is the research focus. So each university will have slightly different alignments with different research outcomes and objectives that they do have. So if you've got a particular subject area in mind and you're really interested in that, take a look at the research that the university is getting involved with. Is it something that interests you? Is that perhaps something that you would like to get involved with further down in your university or career pathway?
But it's not just all about the study. It's really important to engage with extracurricular activities and build your own personal experience while you're an undergraduate student. So what sort of clubs and societies are available to you? If you're coming from overseas to the UK, are there international societies where you can meet friends who have come from the same country as you?
And what I'd also say in terms of your actual degree, I'd always say it's always about adding value. So it's not just necessarily the degree you choose to study, but in fact, it's how you build things into your degree, such as joining societies, joining clubs, sports, music. What else is going on in that university, and something just for students. I won't go into too much detail about it now, but if you are interested at Imperial College as a university, we have something that's called the Enterprise Lab, whereby we help students create and set up their own startup companies. So there are lots of things happening at different universities. So how can that university add value to your degree?
A good starting point is to review the programme and course web pages, but also have a look at the sort of video content, the social media platforms for that institution, and things like YouTube channels. I know here at Dundee we have students that are producing student-specific social media content delivered via Instagram and TikTok. But as an institution itself, we have a dedicated YouTube channel with huge amounts of videos, and we also offer a virtual campus tour. Speak to current students. Again, here at Dundee, we have the option to chat to students virtually through our website. But also you can make contact with our international office staff, and they can link you up with current students on the programme of interest. And they can also signpost you to alumni and academic members of staff if you want to find out more. So these are all key points to consider and think about when you're comparing and contrasting different institutions and different degree programmes.